Hey guys and girls, my Expressway Ram truck carried me yesterday and Chris down to Texas Duck Dog University. That's really not Texas Duck Dog University, it's just Texas Duck Dog. Training facility owned by Wayne Cashin, and just absolutely incredible trainer. I mean, one of the very best trainers in the nation. Absolutely no doubt about it. Training duck dogs, training field trial dogs, training dogs just to be great pets and hunting dogs, Labradors. And I had Benelli, my black lab, down there. She's been down there for over 3 months, a little bit over 3 months. And we're not training her to be a field trial dog. We're simply training her to be a great companion and a hunting dog. You know, we will hunt her on dove and duck and pheasant and quail and some upland game. And we keep her in the house, so she's a great pet as well as being a great hunting dog. The amazing thing about Labrador Retrievers is that they can go from being a great pet, living in the house and just being wonderful, to take them out to the woods and they change over to become a 100% hunting dog. So they can be a 100% pet at home, a 100% hunting dog out in the wild. My iPhone messed up on me yesterday. I had it set up on a tripod and we were shooting some video because I wanted to let you know the experience of when I got back with Benelli. I have not seen her a single time in over 3 months. And let her know how she reacted when I got back to her. See if she still even remembered me, I don't know. Sometimes some of the deer are gone for a while and they come back and they don't really act like they know who I am. But we'll see what happens there. I want you to see what happens. And the main thing I want you to see is how the training works and how it worked with her. Now, some of y'all have been on Texas Duck Dog, Wade Cashin's YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel, and they showed about the first 7 or 8 lessons there of him training her some basic stuff. And then he didn't show anything for a while because he's got some secrets and some things that he does in his training that he doesn't want to share with the other dog trainers around the nation. One of the killer deals is, and I was telling you about my iPhone. I had it set up on tripod and we shot like 1 or 2 videos. It was 102 degrees on my truck, on my Ram truck when I pulled up there. And so it was over 100 degrees, maybe 103, 105 by the time we got through doing everything that we did. But my iPhone heated up, just absolutely quit working. The amazing thing is Wade had his iPhone on a tripod and his did not. He's got maybe I don't know if he's got the 13 or the 14, mine's a 13. But mine does heat up pretty easily. I have to admit, it heated up the other day, last Sunday, going down the road, trying to do a Sunday afternoon chat and just being there inside an air-conditioned truck up on the windshield on a holder up there, it heated up and quit working on me. So my phone quit working on me. So the videos you're going to be seeing right here are the videos that Wade shot for his YouTube channel, Texas Duck Dogs. They're Wade's, and there's a lot in there. They're not really, I mean, it's not going to really be a smooth flowing story of any kind because his iPhone messed up a time or two and the guy kept having some problems with it. It was shutting off and back on, shutting off, back on. But the main thing I want you to see is be sure to stay to the end of this video because the last 8 or 10 minutes of this video are going to be Wade Cashin and myself and Benelli in a duck blind. Actually, in a duck blind, 100 degree plus, and we're in a duck blind. And we're going to do some simulated shots and then actually throw dead ducks in the water and have her go retrieve them. And that's what I want you to see, how she sits, how she stays, how she marks the ducks out in the water, what she does when she jumps in, all of that. That's what I want you to see because that is the most important thing of what she's been learning the last 3 months is what to do in relationship to when you're hunting. Now, she doesn't jump up on you anymore. She doesn't do that. That's all good and settled. You can actually just, when she wants to jump, she jumps. She won't jump on you. But you'll just put your hands down in front of her and say no. She stops doing that. So she's really gained a lot. She sets and heels extremely well, which is the most important thing. If you teach a dog to be able to set and know what the word no means, those 2 commands right there, everything else will probably fall in place pretty well. But let's look at Wade's videos that he shot. And Pat will work on them and try to get them in a nice, smooth little order. And I might be apologizing for something I need to apologize for. But they may not be quite as cool as what you normally look at because we were in 100 degree plus. We were having trouble with my iPhone actually totally quit me. It's terrible. Wade's worked, but it was sort of a little off and on. The heat might have been affected it a little bit. The heat light never did come on. It never did shut down. But let's go to Texas Duck Dog University, south of Gainesville, Texas, and pick up Benelli on her graduation. I'm doing good.
Good to see you.
I said I was going to a graduation.
Who?
Well, Texas Duck Dog University.
That's right.
Texas Duck Dog University.
100%. Benelli's graduating.
I know it. That's what they said. And I said, but y'all might be wondering, who's graduating in the middle of July? Nobody goes to school then. Benelli does. Duck Dog does.
This is my friend.
Don Ewing.
Sean, good to meet you.
Don.
Don, not Sean.
He's
Okay.
got a field trial dog in with us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, how's Miss Chris?
She's doing good.
Yeah.
She's sitting there. We're getting ready to go to Sherry's. We're going over to. She's waving at y'all.
Yeah.
We're going over to. We got a big birthday party tomorrow night. It's
Fantastic.
her birthday yesterday, mine today.
Hey,
my
happy
son's
birthday.
2 days ago. So
Oh, wow.
we have a.
Bam, bam, bam.
We get it all done in one big party.
That's good.
One big party.
Good way to handle
Works
that.
out pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I thought you were out here haying. I saw the hay laying around and stuff. I picked a great day to hay, 102 degrees.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about it being wet.
It ain't gonna get wet. No. It'll stay dry for sure.
So is Benelli finished up?
Yes. She completed the basic hunter program. So.
We're not doing any field trial with her. She'll fetch some doves and duck and
Yes, sir.
pheasant and quail.
Yep.
We don't really duck hunt a lot, but I do a little bit. But we chase pheasants and quail and
That's good. It's
dove.
fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
she's about as much.
Do a lot of all of that.
Yeah,
Try to.
all of the above. That's good.
That's what we originally started off at. Yeah, we were just gonna see where we're at, and then we found out that there might be something more to the stock.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fun there.
She's good.
Yeah, yeah.
She's really good. Jimmy, we're going to get Benelli out. She hadn't seen you in 4 months. She'll be excited. You can tolerate her being excited a little bit, but if she starts to jump or something, you pull your hands away and say no. Okay, and I'm going to give her a little correction. She doesn't jump on us. Learn now's bad,
Okay.
but when she came to me, she thought jumping on everybody was okay.
Yeah.
And so we've corrected that, but now you represent the old environment, and we've taught her a bunch of new boundaries. And when these two things come together, we want to make sure that the new boundaries win out over the influence of the old environment. So as she approaches you and all that, I'm going to start real structured and have her sit. You're going to come up, give her a little pet on the head. You're going to step away. I'm going to do some obedience around you with you present. Then I'll put her on a release break. When she's on release, you can do an informal greeting and scrub her up and love on her. If she does try to jump at you at that point, you're going to pull your hands away. Pull your hands up. No! Do like that. I'm going to give her a little correction.
Okay.
I don't think that will be a big deal, but I just wanted you to be prepared for what may or may not happen.
What may or may not happen.
Yes, sir.
The best laid plans sometimes
Absolutely.
don't always work.
Here. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Sit. Okay. Heel. Heel. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Heel.
Benelli.
Sit.
Benelli. Hey, girl.
Okay. Sit. Come up to her. Give her a little pat on the head.
Hey,
say
girl.
sit, and then back away.
Benelli,
Sit.
What you doing, girl?
That's good.
My girl.
That's enough.
Okay.
Sit.
No.
Sit.
Hey, no.
Here.
No.
Here.
Hey, come here.
Heel.
Said that's my boss.
Sit. Good. Good. Heel. I'm going to do a little more obedience with you present, just so she knows those new boundaries apply even with the old environment in the picture. Heel. No, ma'am. Heel. 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 Sit. So what is she looking at over there?
See
The duck blind.
See those decoy. Oh,
Well, she wants to go jump in the duck
wants to get in
blind
the
because she knows we're going to start launching bursts.
Yeah.
Heel. Sit. Okay, so you can see here he'll sit on and off leash obedience. She understands all the commands. She's got a little bit more self-control and composure when you dropped her off. I'm going to put her on a release. This should be, break. Good girl. Break. So now you can love her up. If she puts those paws on you, you got to say no and pull your hands up.
Hey. What you doing, girl? Huh? What you doing, baby? Yeah. Your boss come get you? Did you think he left you forever? Huh? Did you think your boss left you forever? Huh? That's a girl. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Hey, sit. Hey, sit. Sit. Good
Heel.
girl. Good girl.
Heel.
Good girl.
Heel. Sit. Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and jump in the duck blind. Come with me, Jimmy. Here. Good girl. She said, yes, my favorite part of the day. Atta girl. She knows what's going on.
Right
Here.
where to go.
Sit. She's had plenty of work in and out of this duck blind, so we keep it brushed in. It's on a sled. We pull it all over the property and let the dogs see different ponds and different environments and stuff. She knows that the action's out there. Sit. So right there, as soon as I saw her, I got her. I gave her a correction on sit. We're not waiting until she's out there.
Keep her here.
Butt down. If that butt comes up, we give a sit correction. Even if they just want to stand, no, that's not sitting. Stand is not sitting. So be real crystal clear, black and white with sit. And then everything else will fall into place. Okay. If you get that sit command right, they'll listen to you on everything else. Okay, Garrett, go ahead. Hey guys, Wade here with Texas Duck Dogs. We're here with Jimmy Houston, legendary fisherman. And you got to check out the new lures, not new, but a newly company purchased by Toby Keith. It's Lucky Strike. You want to check him out, red, white, and blue. He's a true patriot, Jimmy and Toby Keith, and he just bought a new lure company. Get on their website, order some today. This is Jimmy Houston's black lab female. Her name is Benelli. She is a rock star. She has flown through our training program. A lot of you have followed along on our YouTube page and saw us day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 7. And then we just went into our basic hunter program. I didn't advertise all that because I didn't want all my competitors seeing what we do to get these dogs to be a nice finished product.
I hear you.
Here we are at a simulated duck hunt, and so we're going to blow the duck calls, launch the birds, shoot the shotgun. It's live 12 gauge fire. Nathan, where are you going to point that shotgun?
Up the sky.
Up in the sky. Because
at a little angle.
Yeah.
At a little angle.
Yeah, we don't want to point it towards Mr. Garrett there running the video today. And Texas Duck Dogs Nation, for all you guys, this is what a final one-on-one looks like when you get your dog trained by us. You go through, and at the end of the program in our basic hunter, you sit in the duck blind with your dog. We launch birds and take you on a simulated duck hunt. Heel. Heel. Sit. Mark. Get ready, guys, on the left. Shoot them, take them. Got one. Anybody else? Okay, let's send the dog. Benelli.
Woohoo! Woohoo! I like it.
That's fun to watch, isn't it?
I like it. Oh, it's fun to watch.
The best part of the hunt
all
is
about
watching
duck
the
hunting right
dog
there.
work.
That's it right there.
Yes, sir.
It's like watching pointers point.
That's it.
That's it right there.
The dog doing what the genetics tell him to do.
Keep in mind, this is happening a 102-degree day also. She'll not be duck hunting in any 102-degree days.
July 28th, 2023, 102 degrees.
Jimmy Houston's birthday.
Jimmy Houston's birthday. How old are you today, Jimmy?
79.
79 years old. Wow. I would have guessed 68.
Yeah,
so
right.
You're hiding your age well.
Good girl.
Good dog. Here. She's going to deliver this bird to hand. We're going to launch another one. Good girl. Heel. Good. Sit. Good. Drop. Atta girl. Good dog. Okay, we got some more birds coming in, guys. Get ready. Sit. Mark. Get ready. On the right. On the right. Shoot them. Take them. Got him. Benelli.
Goes on her name.
Yep.
Call
she
her
waits
name
and waits
she's
and waits.
going after that bird.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Not that one. Oh, there it is. We'll bring that decoy back in, boss.
I'm glad she didn't.
No,
we taught her not to do that.
She saw it.
Looked at it. That bird landed right on top of that decoy.
Yeah, it did.
She wasn't sure what she was supposed to
I don't know
retrieve.
which one I'm supposed to get here.
Atta girl. Good dog.
Good girl.
Here. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Drop. So Jimmy, I got a few tips to talk to you. When you take your dog out duck hunting for the first time, make sure that hunt and those first 2 or 3 hunts, it's about you and the dog. So if you're going to work your shotgun, make sure you got a handler there to work the dog. But I tell guys, for their first 2 or 3 hunts, it needs to be you working the dog and somebody else shooting. Also, make sure her first introduction to live hunting isn't an overly complicated hunt. You don't want, a bunch of uncut rice paddy, and you probably don't want 420 decoys out there, and you probably don't want 12 men in the blind. You want to keep it simple. Small decoy spread, open water where they can see the birds land, and just 2 or 3 shooters. In training, we use live 12 gauge fire. It's 2 or 3 shots and a bird falls. In duck hunting, I wish it was that way. Sometimes, no,
I thought it was.
Only for you, okay. Sometimes it's 10 or 12 shots and no bird falls. And you got to be careful of a blind eruption. She's not gun shy now, but I've seen guys ruin their dogs. They get 10 guys or 5 guys in a duck blind. The dog's here. shoot them. It's still half dark. It's barely, you can barely see, just legal shooting light. And all of a sudden, 5 12 gauges with 3-inch Magnum shells, boom, 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 boom. And it can be one little teal. Every guy's gonna shoot because that's the first volley of the morning. And so you unload all those weapons, sit. And this dog's never heard that many gunshots, 3-inch Magnum shells all go off at the same time. So when you introduce her to duck hunting, do it kind of gradually. You know, if it's going to be a big party of hunters, you scoot down the shore 10 yards, work off the side of the bank. And the first volley goes good, get 5 yards. The second volley goes good, get right next to the duck blind. That one, just gradually. You know, if it's going to be a large hunt. If it's just you and 1 or 2 guys, you know, she's fine with that. You're not going to have any problems.
And most likely we'll probably hunt her on dove before anything else.
What time do you want me there? I'm joking. I'm joking.
We probably, if I can make it happen, we'll be in Kansas September 1.
Okay, I see you there.
A little cooler.
Yeah, it better be.
Might be exactly the same.
It might be the same.
Might be
you never know.
There too, September 1.
Can be pretty warm. So she's been a joy to train. Kudos to her breeder. This dog is smart and driven. She wants to please. She's not overly hard-headed. I mean, she flew through force fetch, on-leash obedience, collar conditioning, steady to shot, live 12-gauge fire, delivering all birds to hand, live and dead birds, pigeons and ducks. Sit.
On the Garmin e-collar, what do you have that set on?
So right now she's working on a 2 or a 3. It depends on the distractions. Now what I've seen is younger dogs, they're a little more sensitive early sometimes. They get a little age on them. They get 5 or 6 hunts under the belt.
Tougher.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, number 2 don't matter anymore. I'm going to go get and they start breaking on you, and you got to turn the collar up sometimes. So just be aware of that as she molds and develops and matures. You may, use different. And the other thing I'm going to tell you, in some settings, a 2 is perfectly fine. But in other settings, let's say you let her out the front door and the neighbor's cat runs by, that cat's a high-value distraction. She's gone. That number 2 may not matter, and you may need to turn your collar up a little bit. Primarily verbal. But we do use physical touch as a secondary form of communication. If we trust somebody, we'll shake their hand. If we love them, we'll hug them. If we're mad, we might punch them. But primarily, humans are verbal communicators. Your dog is not. She is primarily a physical touch communicator. So what you say with your hands and what you say with physical touch, heel, sit, is more important than what you say with your words. So when we're training dogs, we're starting with a bunch of physical touch cues, and we're associating them with verbal cues. And then they learn to perform the standard on the verbal cue. So I say all that to say, this e-collar is a communication tool, and it can be a life-saving device. Especially your dog, you crippled a goose, and he's going out there, and there's a county road, and there's some crazy guy going way too fast, and that goose and you got to stop that dog. And for the first time ever in their career, they have to be able to be called off of a bird because it's life-saving. Or you're hunting down in South Texas or the Houston area where I used to live, or Louisiana, and here comes that old gator. Dog's out there to get that bird, and that gator's coming, and you need to be able to call your dog off of a bird. So 2 or 3, you may have to crank that up but it may save the dog's life. The other thing is, when I was a boy in church, my dad always made sure he sat in the pew right behind me. Because me and my buddies would sit there, and we were 9, 10, 11 years old, and we'd, and tell stories past them. My dad could take and touch me on the shoulder, and with just a touch, he spoke 1,000 words. You're in trouble, son. Pay attention. Listen to the sermon. Don't embarrass me. Wait till we get home. He said all that with just one touch. And so it's even more important for your dog because they're primary touch.
Most Baptist parents pinch your kids on the leg.
Pinch them on the leg.
Because that's why you hear in a Baptist church a lot, you hear going, oh, oh. And if you get a few kids acted up and they got a few, oh, the preacher will think the Holy Spirit's moving out there. He'll get fired up. He'll preach harder. So keep pinching your kids.
Okay,
make them back right to church.
Okay, fantastic. I appreciate that story there, Jimmy. I'm sure that happened to you. You're speaking from experience there.
Times.
Yeah. Sit.
My wife still does it.
Hey, that's a good thing. I hope that never quits. Heel. Sit. So a lot of people are afraid of e-collars. If you turn them all the way up to the high end, they hurt a dog. But
yeah.
if you're working them on the low ends, it's like me tapping you on the shoulder.
Right,
it's
hurt.
just a reminder to get your attention. And this technology in this e-collar is the same thing that my chiropractor has in his TENS unit. And he puts those little pads on my shoulders. He says, turn it up till you can feel it doing the muscle contraction.
Yep.
So we're creating a muscle contraction, and we're tapping the dog on the shoulder, making sure they're paying attention to us, and we're staying part of their world. So I'm an advocate of e-collar use in a very balanced way, and you want to use plenty of praise. You know, the reward is the ultimate. This duck is the ultimate reward
Right.
for the dog.
That's what
But
makes them
physical
happy.
touch, good girl, sit when they earn it. I like to only use my praise when they've earned it and done something good. So, Jimmy, it's been a joy training her. Thank you for trusting Texas Duck Dogs and letting us train her. And
Well, your buddy and mine, Hank Howe.
Hank up.
Hank said that, you know, he said that's the only guy I'd trust him with one of my dogs.
I appreciate that.
Said him and one other guy I would trust.
Okay.
He didn't tell me who the other guy was. But,
It's himself.
But
It's
Hank,
nobody but me.
yeah, might be. The other guy might be him.
Maybe
You're exactly
so.
right. Yeah. But
Hank
but-
up
and
with Kingdom
Hank
Dogs
is
Ministries.
Kingdom Dog Ministries. And
KingdomDogMinistries.org.
I've had a couple, 2 or 3 of his dogs.
They're really good dogs.
And actually I bred Daisy to one of his dogs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
her only a litter of pups.
Oh, fantastic.
And all the pups turned out great.
Wonderful.
And Beamer's
Yep.
the last dog I lost, which this dog replaces
Replaces
Beamer.
Beamer.
And Beamer was only about 8 or 9 years old.
You know, Hank travels to 180 venues a year.
That's how I met him.
Sharing the gospel, talking about a relationship between us and the Savior Jesus.
That's right.
Similar to a hunter, a man and his dog.
Yeah.
And how the only way this dog can be great and get the reward is if it's in tune with the master.
All the time.
And if we're not in tune with the master, there's rewards we're never going to get.
Rewards
either.
we'll never see. Rewards that are set aside
That's right.
for us that we'll never know until we get to heaven what we did not get.
That's right.
Oh, wow,
That's
you had that for me? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
That's right.
Wait, I'm not going to even ask you why I blew it. I can
don't
think of
wanna
I think a lot of times.
remember.
I don't.
Sit.
But yeah, you're right. And actually, that's where I first met Hank. I was speaking at a church, I believe, in Illinois, and he was there with his dog.
Fantastic.
He had a 7 o'clock breakfast there. He was showing his deals. Wasn't really one of the main speakers. He was doing that just part-time back then. And actually, him and I talked quite a bit about him doing that full-time. His boys was raised. He raised three great young men.
Yes, sir.
And he said, I just think that's what I ought to do. And I told him, I said, well, one thing that you're not doing it to get rich, I can tell you that.
No.
But you're doing it for the right purpose, and that's what's really
right.
important. And now Hank does. We've had him at our church. I've
Yes,
had him at
he's
my
excellent.
house and on my lake, and
Sharing the gospel
And I've been
exalting
with him
Christ.
in 2 or 3 other venues. In fact, we mentioned First Baptist Conroe, where I'll be
Yep.
at next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Hank had his dogs there, and
He has.
that particular
Yep.
beast feast. Of course, he's really close by.
Oh yeah,
Conroe,
he
Texas.
lives right in that
He's
area.
Right there, so.
Heel, sit. Good girl. Well, guys, again, this was Wade with Texas Duck Dogs, our special friend and guest, Jimmy Houston, his wonderful dog, Benelli. Thanks for tuning in to our YouTube page, our Facebook, and social media. Happy training, and we'll see you in the field.
And Wade is sharing his videos he shot with me because my camera, my iPhone overheated.
Yeah,
Overheated.
it
It's so hot out here.
It is.
This dog is working at 100 degree plus, 102 is what it said when I drove up here.
Yeah.
So Wade has shared his videos with me on our video. So just remember, I sure do love you.
Thank you.